Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So we've made major progress after me after me falling asleep on you several times. Um, Finally, I don't know what happened. Like just out of the blue. Well, then again, like I said, I was asleep. Uh, but I kept waking up with the same problem over and over. Look at it. See? But it's kind of cool. Look how many times it's the same thing. But this lets you know, see this? Same exact thing. See this? Then all of a sudden, it comes and revamps this entire site. And so far, everything is working. Now it's a different look and feel than it was. And well, let me show you this because, like, I cut the recording off. I kept thinking I kept waking up sleep. So I figured you didn't want to see that. And I didn't know how productive I was being. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess around and roll it back. I just wanted to, oh my God, let's see, implement. I just wanted to show you the picture. And I might have messed up because I never clicked on the view preview. And that's not even what I wanted to show you. But it started like this. When they started correcting it, it was kind of drab and boring and just pieces of it worked in stages. And eventually, see, so that's up here. And I mean, honest, this is not exactly how it looked. So I don't know why that's the preview. It was, I ain't gonna say worse, but different than that a little bit. It was worse because this is like at least centered. What they had given me was over here on the side, and there was two links, one for models and one for other people, brand users. And that's when I said, well, yeah, both links are working, but it looks pretty dry. And then this was the next thing that yep, this was the next thing that it came up with. So my point is, don't give up. Just keep trying. And there's a variation of the messages that I gave it. Like, I'm on a deadline. This has to be fixed. And I don't understand why this is so difficult. I'm looking at the red writing on the side here through an F12 so you can see the error messages and everything. And I'm asking about that. I'm trying to show it the different messages in the console and the elements. And then I gave it some more insight and details. Again, it's stuff that you think that it automatically references when it's trying to fix itself. But the key word is think and assume. So I decided to point it out. And I was like, because you was here, I think, when I already reverted it one time to the working version. And then it did the same thing when it started adding the categories that it was missing, if you remember. It only had collaborators. And I said, you need to add. This is not what I said you need to add, but this works. What's missing here is product. And so I'm going to have it to add that next. But still, we need to add different. So this is the models categories, I think. Also need to add. I hadn't even thought about these things somehow. But age and height. I can imagine people being interested in the age and the height, depending on what the project is. Like if it's a piece of content and the person want, it's just I can see people asking for different things. Anyway, so yeah, I just pointed out this always happens when you try to add categories or labels. I was like, so that should help you pinpoint the cause, and maybe that's what done it. Really, uh, it says I understand the issue occurs specifically when trying to add categories or labels. This helps me pinpoint the problem. Let me investigate the code that handles categories, tags, and filtering functionality. And then it says, perfect. Now I can see the exact issue. The problem is with how filters are being handled in the browse page. When you click on category filter buttons, it's causing the use query to fail because of how select filters object is being used in the query. All right. I'm not trying to bore you. What I'm trying to do is to help you understand some useful ways to try to troubleshoot and assist the AI in fixing itself. Because I think this message right here is finally what done it. And again, I thought about saying this before, but it's like, yeah, it should know that already. We did it a second time and it failed at the exact same point. So I mean, AI is actually great at pattern recognition. That's one of the useful aspects of it. But within this framework, within this context, you know, yeah, this is not the first time even. Um, so the point is, when things come to mind that might be able to help the AI, the no code platform, help you, then don't keep them in the mind. Put it on paper. Okay, put it, reference it in your communication to see if you can get it to work. All right, so now let's continue. Let's say let's say add product to the filter specialty. Now here's the tricky part. Is there a default for all? Because when the models first get on there, it's not going to be many. You know, it's probably going to be more fitness than everything. Matter of fact, fitness and beauty, of course. Well, fitness, beauty, and fashion, and they should be able to fit. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we probably still need to have it. So you 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 don't have to choose a filter. You just can choose a filter. Uh, Product to the filter specialty, and also uh, filters need to be optional uh, because in the beginning there will likely likely be so few people um, in each category, plus a person depending on needs may want to do something similar to discover and just see who appeals outside of filters for maybe, oh, that's another filter, content, by the way. filter content away. Content creator. I think could be creator or creator. Creator could be a filter. Hmm, what you think? Let's see. Now, I have to, I haven't seen profiles. Let's see. Available for work. How others see you. There's not a way to upload profile images or images in your account. So it's stuff that, oh, hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Perfect suggestion, adding product and creator. Makes total sense, and making filters optional is crucial for discovery when there are few people in each category initially. Let me update the app to include these improvements. You understand? So obviously that was not part of the functions of the app. Location. That's something else that has to be incorporated is the location right now. This one is actually worldwide, even though we're focusing on the Dominican Republic and maybe, let's see. Yeah, this one. So you have to have a location drop down, and I guess I was gonna say only have Dominican Republic show up, but no, why not let it show worldwide? Um, it's a catch 22. If it specializes, then people will feel more like, especially for the area. But then again, it might feel more limited. Like, well, I want to be discoverable worldwide, not just here. I'm trying to break out of local, you know. But then again, you may have more opportunity focusing on local, especially the nature of this particular place, because you got a lot of people coming in that might want to hire someone, take advantage of the fact that they're here and hire some ladies to be in the video or photos or whatever while they're here. So, you know, it's either way you go, I think you can't. There's pros and cons. So I'll have to decide on that. But I was thinking that this one is worldwide. We're focused on Dominican Republic, and I have other domain names that can just be for the Dominican Republic. That was the initial thought. And yeah, I think that'll work fine. Profile. All right, so let's look at the profile. Browse and profile pages now include product and creator options. So let's see the flow. Get here to create your profile. Available for work. Bio, specialties. You don't need this. Wait, it's not even popping. Add product to your specialties. Perfect for getting discovered by the right collaborators. It's too much. You don't need that every time. Uh-huh. Especially with commas, they help you get discovered. Perfect. Um, when clicking specialties, it doesn't populate in the box. Let me see if I can create my own. That doesn't do anything either. Uh, I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be like these buttons to let you know that yes, it's registered in here. Let's see. Let me make up something. Um, swimsuit. Uh, beauty is makeup. Oh. Uh, adventure. Adventure model. Yeah. Why not? So I want to put some content in there so it can see how the content is behaving. So it knows how it's supposed to behave. I don't know how it's supposed to behave. Uh, is the labels are the labels that are typed in supposed to uh, create a similar effect as the quick add buttons or sit there like the ones in the photo. Be nice if something happened so the user knows it's been logged. Now let's see how long it takes to get this right. Beginner, experienced, professional. There's there's no professionals signing up here. Um, and I'm kind of hesitant to have those labels because it could be intimidating for beginners. And the whole site, I want to be empowering to beginners, something new, you know? And to have those labels could be used as leverage to not pay as much for services. But it also is a reward for using the platform and checking the platform and um, accepting gigs when they're offered. So it's a catch 22. I think we'll leave them but be generous with the categories. Like if you're active for 3 months, you're no longer a beginner. And let's say 3 gigs, you're no longer a beginner. You stay in the experience category. And then let's see, 6 months in the experience category, if you're active, then you go to professional. As far as we're concerned, I think it really needs a number. So we figure it out. Figure that out. Oh, well, current specialties. Click any tag to remove it. Oh, okay. Swimsuit. Oh, I type. Oh, okay. It's based on. Let me see. Oh, okay. Man, that's a lot. I don't know why I didn't just put it in here, but well, that's a type box. Oh, and it took away that ridiculous thing. Okay, good. Sometimes I think Replit is listening to me. Now, the question is, should we limit? You can only do 5. Everybody shouldn't be picking all of them. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should we limit the, should we limit it to 5 choices or allow all? I should ask ChatGPT. Limit to 5 specialties recommended. Better discovery forces users to focus on their strongest areas. More meaningful filtering. If everyone has 10, right, it's no point in filtering. That's why I was like, easier to scan and understand at a glance. Better matches. People get connected for things that they're truly excellent at. Prevents tag spam. Stops people from adding every possible category. Allowing unlimited maximum flexibility for truly multi-talented people. No forced choices. Users don't have to leave out legitimate skills, but diluted focus. Less effective filtering. Limit to 5. That's what I was thinking. So I was about to ask ChatGPT, but this sounds reasonable to me and along the lines of what I was thinking. So that's what we'll go with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because like say you're a creator. Well, it's no way around it. It is limiting and it also um, makes you focus on specific things you can choose, and you have the ability. I think one of the things I'm going to do is allow people to post for certain things they're looking for. So if a person really wants to go after one of those jobs, they can go after one of those jobs opportunities as well. I agree. Let's limit. Oh, and that could be part of the tier thing. Uh, to As a matter of fact, for free usage, it will be 2. So, speaking, that will encourage paying, which is the only way to sustain the platform and to keep improving and spend time and maybe, end up hiring someone to make it even better, etc., etc., etc. This stuff, is unfortunately it just can't be free forever. People don't. I'm not up here at, now it's 4:16, but I got up at about 3 o'clock. I'm not up here working on this, uh, not to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I want to help out. I want to provide solutions. We want to solve problems. That's what you're gonna have to do, and it's a give and take. And so, being the one who addresses these problems, and provides solutions, of course, you deserve to be compensated. Just like the women are going to provide a solution and solve problems for the people who need a model to represent their brand or be in content, they're going to be compensated. Same thing. So never be ashamed of asking for money and generating money. As a matter of fact, for free usage, it would be 2. That will encourage paying customers. Speaking of which, should I go ahead and create the uh, payment links so as we move forward, just like this? For example, things might be put uh, coded, coded, so it is available or not, based on tiers, or so this is interesting. It gets to the logic of coding and what's easier or not. I said, should we go ahead and integrate the Stripe so that as different things come up and I decide this will be in a lower tier or this will be in a higher tier, then the Stripe is already integrated so that the code, it could be coded uh, that way when it's first put into the app, instead of having to go back later and separate things, which I won't think of everything, uh, and probably in time, and still we have to go back and change some ideas. But case like this, I thought about it, and so you can already set it up that way. Uh, what it says? That's a perfect freemium model that creates clear upgrade value. And yes, absolutely, set up the payment infrastructure now so we can easily get features, set features by tiers going forward. Let me implement the 2 specially limited for free users first, then we'll add payment to the system. Perfect. I've implemented the 2-tier based specialty system. Free plan, 2 specialties. Limited to 2 specialty selections. Prominent upgrade banners and prompts, clear counter showing two specialties for free plan. Disable buttons when limit is reached. Oh, okay. Pro plan, 5 specialties. Full access to 5 specialties, no upgrade prompts, premium tier indicators, smart upgrade prompts, bouncing notifications when trying to exceed limit, beautiful upgrade banners for free users, clear value. Let's see what it's talking about. And it says go to Stripe and create. So now I need to go ahead and think about the other things that are different between the plans. And we did work out something while you guys were gone. Let me revert back to that. Worked it out with ChatGPT. Now you could actually, in theory, do all of this right there in Replit, but I don't want to bog Replit down with a bunch of stuff um, outside of coding, if you know what I mean. So I like to work those things out here in ChatGPT, and you see here, I describe what it is that I'm playing. I can't remember because again I was half asleep. Uh, if you guys were here when I did this, but I basically just told ChatGPT what I was making, what the plan was, and asked it to look at how these types of model and opportunity sites were structured to help guide me. Not necessarily that I'm going to follow that model strictly, but it'd be interesting. Oh, it's using my thing. Thank you. My view should be 19 at least beginning. Oh, I'm using it. I don't even remember saying that. But I've been using these numbers like 1919, $7.77 in my payment structure. Things to make you go, Why? Because it's just things that make you go, It's like a branding feature, you know, subliminally, or just something that stands out, is memorable, that makes sense. Free period strategy, fixed date. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Free until a specific date, and then you don't have to worry about. Think about trials or rolling 30 days free and all that. And it encourages people to go ahead and sign up because it's free. Why not sign up? It costs you nothing to sign up for something that you probably thought about doing or wanted an opportunity to do, and it's free. So sign up now because on the 15th there's a charge. So that's how that goes. Uh, two-tier, two-sided marketplace. Supply equals models. Demand equals photographers, creators, brand. Usually uh, models is the supply side. They are incentivized to join. The other side, demand side, is spending the money. They're the ones you charge more aggressively. That's what I was thinking. That's what I talked about up here. So the numbers on women, 19 a month, men, 29 a month, or $9 a week. Uh, my take, if you charge both sides equally, you risk stalling growth. Better model at the start. Models free until critical mass, and then 9 to 19 a month. Photographers free until critical mass, and then 29 to 49 a month. They're the ones monetizing content. Yep. And the girls are the ones who are monetizing uh, being here. So yeah, it's still, charge. Lock in, and you got to remember, they're already spending money in other ways trying to make money. This is a lot cheaper, a lot more convenient, a lot more flexible. For some, a lot less demeaning. You got kids and all that. This is a much better way of generating income than other things that's been going on uh, to make money. No refunds. For the people who don't really want to live that lifestyle, but just felt they didn't have any options. That's what I'm saying. I don't have an opinion on it of it one way or another. Hey, okay. Now just looking at the time, we should have this done by the first. So 15 days is great. I think do some marketing in the 15 days to make sure. Actually, I already talked about having the site up in one of the videos. I hadn't published the video yet though. All right, so free until September. How do you do that? Well, let me ask. Can I set it up in Stripe? Can I set up payments in Stripe to begin at a certain day and free until that date? Well, then that's not free. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's how you can do it. 100% off coupon that expires 15. Mm-hmm. All right, so what price we said? Um, so let me think about this. Oh, okay, yeah. So after the free, then you go in at the lowest cost, of course. And for women, we'll say $9 a month. For men, it's $9 a week. Because some of them might not. Okay, the women are going to be here the whole time. They're going to be using the system all the time. Some of the men may only use the system um, when they're here or on the way here. So not even subscribing for the month or subscribing for the week. So you pay, yeah, that's perfect. Now, all right, let's see. So two tiers for the men, brands, photographers. All right, let me just do this as we go. All right. So I did go to Stripe last night. while I was waiting on Replit to fix itself. But as far as I got, recurring payments, build a platform where you select, manage payments and payouts for your users. Let's see. Should I provide that function? Oh, let me get some more feedback. I kind of wanted to stay out of the way of facilitating payments and all of that, just staying completely out the loop, and let them arrange all of that with themselves. What 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 payment systems are there in Dominican Republic for people to be able to pay these ladies here? And do you think is yeah, matter of fact, so when you look at other types of sites like this, how are they doing it? Do they have any payment functionality, and or do they only provide connections? As a matter of fact, how are well, I haven't given you a whole lot right now, I don't think, but based on what you see right now, are there any differentiators in how I'm doing things compared to similar sites? And what are they? Not that it actually makes much difference, but I'm still curious because I'm going to do it a certain way anyway. I'm not trying to really be like the other sites, but I don't want to miss what might be uh, more effective or or standard uh, for a reason, you know. Let's see what it says. Because I really rather not deal with anybody else's money, not even facilitating it. Uh, but I also want to try to make it easy as not easy as possible, but I want to eliminate barriers and make it easy if I can, if it has no bearing on me managing it, yeah, including potential legal liabilities. Oh, oh, they are marketplaces. Premium platform handles payments, Stripe, PayPal, crypto, local gateways. Users pay through the platform. Platform takes a cut. Requires compliance, banking setup, and often legal headaches. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, right. Yeah, I ain't trying to do all of that. KYC and all that. Well, you can still know you get paid. Don't do anything until you get paid. I'm gonna put that in the directory. Connection platform like Backstage, Model Mayhem, free tier. Oh, okay. Platform does not touch payments, just charge for access. Pay to message connect. Models and photographers arrange payments privately. Cash Bank, PayPal. Okay. Much simpler legally and operationally. Which is described as stay out the loop directory connection model. Actually safer and easier, especially in DR. Here's what models and photographers would most likely use among themselves. Cash still king in DR, especially if it's a Sensua Porta Plata. Nah, but they ain't gonna be. They're gonna be. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Um, Two dinero. Banco Popular. Bank transfer, deposit. But DR users often have to link via US accounts. Remittance apps like Western Union, Carib Express, or even Revolt for expats. Crypto is surprisingly common in DR, freelance, and nightlife scenes since it avoids banking headaches. Your own method up front. Cash transfers, PayPal. Charges them to connect, but payments for shoots are arranged offline. Backstage, casting calls plus profiles. The brand pays the talent directly. The platform only charges access fees. OnlyFans, full marketplace payments routed through the platform. Takes 20%. Big compliance burden. Most modeling network platforms, not adult directory model. Stay out of the payments. Differentiators for modeling reach. Here's where you stand out versus common players. Niche plus local focus. You're not global, you're hyper local. Well, it is going to be global actually. Uh, DR, Sasua, Puerto Plata first. Others are too broad. You become the go-to for beach content in the DR, which was my thinking. Beach lifestyle branding. Most platforms are seeking are generic or industry focused. Your angle is lifestyle, travel, tropical vibe. That's a hook for both models and creators. Event and real life connection potential. You could host beach shots, group meetups, which most sites don't do. I actually will be doing that. Uh, Doing my own shoots, even, you know. So yeah, I think that'll be a big differentiator. By being a directory, not handling money, you're frictionless. No compliance headaches, no frozen funds, no middleman fights. Stick with directory, charge access fees to the platform, let them handle payments however they want. Keep rules clear. We don't get involved with financial transactions. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to map out monetization tiers you can roll out, free plus pro. Sure. And sure, let's just see what it does. Let's have it. So I'm hoping you see also the power in ChatGPT. My whole thing is to teach you how to use both alongside each other and separate from each other. ChatGPT can be used for other things other than this in the same way that we're using it for this. When it comes to developing a business, when it comes to even getting ideas for managing your family structure, managing a trip, um, um, coaching on relationships. Who's right? This is the situation. Uh, my opinion is this. Her opinion is that. Who's right? Well, neither one of y'all. There's not a right or wrong. You're just looking at it from two different. You know what I'm saying? It's the middleman in this non-biased, where people lack the ability to be, and then this can give you insight and advice and a perspective that's not biased based on past experiences, so that both of you can see the common ground and see that the other one is not necessarily wrong. You're just viewing things from a different angle, and you need to figure out, you know, what makes the most sense based on the context of the situation, where you want to go, where you want to end up at, what is the intention of the relationship, and you go from there, and that's how you work the. Okay, sorry, this ain't supposed to be a relationship video, but I'm just saying some people need this chat GPT for that alone. Yeah, but it's a very useful tool. So I'm glad you're here, and this is why we're covering it extensively. Learning how to use it in this way allows you to use it for other things such as business, this, that, the other. And so if you master it, then not only can it help you uh, personally, it also can be a tool that you use to help you to make money. You understand? All right, two-tier monetization plan. Two-tier money. I came here for the no code. This dude keep talking about all this other stuff. It's okay. You can leave if you want to leave. I come here to teach. Uh, Two-tier monetization plan for models on the beach. Free tier always available. Always available. Purpose, get people in the door, build network effect, profile creation, basic photos and bio, search, browse, profiles, limited messaging, 3 per month. Okay, this falls into the two categories thing too. Keeps the platform populated, models and creators feel like they're getting something even if they don't upgrade. Pro tier, the revenue engine. Model, lower fee, $9 a month to the 19 a month. Unlimited messaging, priority listing and searches, peer hire, featured profile, highlighted as pro, can apply for beach shoots, extra portfolio uploads. Creators, photographers, brands, demand side, higher fee, $29 per week, or day pass for tourists, or it is a day pass. Unlimited messaging, ability to request shoots, access to private casting calls, ability to tag, prior visibility in my model search. Why does work? Okay. Different pricing for supply and demand makes sense. Models are the magnet, creators are the ones monetized. You keep saying that. They're monetizing the platform. Two, uh, tourist friendly day pass, $9 for 24 hours. Great for Sasua Porta Plata because many photographers influence fly in just for a weekend. Refund, it keeps you clean. Matter of fact, okay, so I can just give this to Replit as a base to work off of. Let me make sure. Self-promotion allowed. Link to IG, TikTok. On the free tier, they get the link? What? All right, this is what I had said before. 10 plus photos and video. How many photos and videos? You still get photos and videos. Well, you only get 5 on a free, I think. But it's not saying anything about photos. I say 5. Okay. So I'm going to say there's a free tier. All right, true. So even on the free tier, basic photos. Okay, profile creation, 3 pictures. For the free tier, give it to me again. Add 3 photo uploads to it. What else I want to be in the free tier? Basic photos. All right, so I'll pause you guys right here because this is not even building the app. I'm not sure if you want to see all of these details being worked out. I'll probably be doing this for another 20 minutes and then go into Stripe, create the tiers, and I'll start back when I'm back in the app. Well, I plan on doing um, so I do these adventures and excursions and whatnot. And one of the things that I plan on doing with the site is creating opportunity for them to come along, and of course there'll be photo opportunities and video even, and they'll be in my content that's going on YouTube. So that's free exposure. Now the question is, how do I present this on the site? How is it? How is it? Yeah, how is it presented? What is it called, and how is it presented? And you talk about group shoot invites and events. Well, I guess that's on the events. So all right. So here's the thing. Yeah, no, I think that's it. I'm thinking through it as I'm asking the question. My thoughts were, should it be separate from the normal events and group shoots? You know what I'm saying? Because it is an opportunity for them to actually jumpstart their presentation on the site, or should I just register my events and everything just like everybody else, or should I have it something that's set aside in a special place, that says, basically this is the site, a site event, or yeah a platform, yeah, a event platform event, and they don't get compensated for platform events, but they do get um, something. I don't know what yet, in addition to, or maybe they just get some of the footage, and they get free. Um, they get to go on these events and participate for free, and of course, being associated with the platform in that way, and if they become regular, and we have a relationship, then eventually they will be coordinating with other places locally, which they'll be able to participate in all of these things for free. So that's the benefit, you know. Um, so I'm thinking maybe it should be separate from the event page, but I don't know. What do you think? So yeah, obviously I brought y'all back so you can experience this part of the conversation. Right. Networking with other creators. Free access to adventure excursion. That is crystal clear. Granted, however, for exposure, member events are paid gigs, but you'll need something that feels exclusive and official. Some ideas. Official models on the beach. Wow. I hadn't thought about that. Models on the beach. Platform adventures. Mob events. Yeah, that's cool. Spotlight shoots, official beach shoots, mob exclusive. I go with spotlight shoots or official mob adventures because it sounds like free exposure and fun. Okay. How to present it on the site. A separate tab. Main navigation. Profiles, events, spotlight, shoots, messages. Keep it distinguished from normal events. Profiles, events, spotlight, shoots, messages. Oh, spotlight shoots. That's what it's saying. I see what you're saying. Option 2, a featured section on events page. At the top, official mob spotlight shoots. Join to be featured in upcoming YouTube plus social. Either way, visually highlight platform events so models know this is where to go for exposure. What they get, value exchange, be upfront that they're not getting paid, but they're getting perks, free excursions, entry, they don't pay to join, professional photos, free videos of them in action, guaranteed exposure on mob social media, YouTube channel, a tag in all group content drives traffic back to their profile. Early access platform event regulars may get priority invites for future partnerships. Long-term play. Once you run a few of these, you can showcase the highlight reels on the homepage, proof of activity, pitch local businesses, hotels, brands. We can feature your location, exactly the idea. This platform events becomes both a marketing funnel and revenue stream for MOB. Recommendations make the platform events a special category, not mixed with general. Brand them as spotlight shots. Yep. All right. So you guys see how that went down. I just want you to get insights and ideas based on uh, what I'm doing. And now back to the actual creating the payment links and everything. So it's kind of like self-explanatory and uh, very individualistic for how you'll work it out. So I'm gonna pause it and come back. Okay, so we're back again because that's me. Um, I'm talking about the payments. I was wondering if Cash App was something that's used here, uh, and the answer is no. So we're talking about the payments, and I wanted a payment guide created so that we can advise both parties on what to consider and the options. Right now, I want to change the order, and you know, I really, I really rather not even recommend cash, but it's probably normal, and it says it's the simplest and most common method here. And if both people are here, then of course that's going to make sense as well. But for paying from abroad, I've used Remitly a lot, and these don't seem like better options. PayPal, you got to have local accounts. Oh no, that's the bank. For the bank, you got to have local accounts in order to transfer. Wait, a minute, that's actually works best if both parties have local accounts. But I don't think it's. I was about to send some money to an account for the payment on an apartment. Anyway, uh, so I don't know about that. But what I do know is that I use this every week to pay people, and I've sent money here, and this is seamless. So this needs to be. So the recommendation is if you're local, then cash might be better, or if you're local or abroad, to make payments before even visiting each other or before you seeing each other, or without having to have money on you when you see each other, then Remitly may be an option. So I just want to rearrange that and highlight the use cases, which is highlighted here, but rearrange the order and highlight local, both being local as cash being most common, and highlight Remitly as being most uh, affordable and convenient for payment abroad, or at least from US. I don't know about from other places. Then the other options, because I think that's what I am getting from the list. Oh, well, for local, also the bank transfer if they have local accounts. So, cash, bank transfer for local, and Remitly or Western Union for US, uh, than the others. Yeah, now I like that flow. It's very interesting. They had said that cryptocurrency is actually popular in DR. I had no idea. And that must be interesting. For US to DR, Remitly best value or Western Union most established are the go-to choices. This this flow highlights, okay. Little icons, cash bank, unnecessary. Now I'm just going to have, even though Replit is waiting on me to provide Stripe details, I'm gonna go ahead and give it this. No, I'll just wait. It's here. Let me go create these stripe. Yeah. Now I do wonder if all of these colors are going to make it seem less serious, but we'll deal with that later. I'm going back to the payment tiers, and I'll bring you back when I get back in the stripe. Replit. Let's go ahead and set this up real quick. Create a product. Pro. I think we have a premium and we have a pro. Premium is $9 a month. Pro is 19. I want 2 tiers for paying.